Florida moves to ban Bill Gates' lab-grown meat. Thank goodness that somebody is doing something to try to stop this man, this evil man from trying to destroy the world. I don't want anything to do anything associated with Bill Gates. He's terrible, he's evil, and look at everything that he's trying to do. I know I say it time and time again, but the man's trying to block the sun. The man is trying to cut down trees and bury it in the ground. He is Mr. Burns. I showed y'all that clip of Mr. Burns before. This man, Bill Gates, is Mr. Burns. Thank goodness and good on Florida for trying to stop him from selling his crap. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from Slay News. Frank Bergman again. He writes some wonderful, wonderful articles. And he reports that lawmakers in Florida are preparing to ban the lab-grown meat products from being sold in the store. As Slay News has reported, the synthetic meat products, which are grown in labs to mimic beef and chicken, are heavily promoted by Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, who has invested millions of dollars into their development. Why would you want to mimic beef and chicken when you can eat beef and chicken? Why would you want to mimic that? There's nothing wrong with beef and chicken. It's actually healthy for you. Lean protein is really good for you. I don't understand. Unless you like allergic to beef or something like that, why would you want to? Even that, I would eat a turkey burger before I eat this lab-grown crap. However, amid growing safety concerns about the fake meat, Florida lawmakers are advancing a set of bills to keep the products out of the state's food supply. Bill HB 1071 is looking to ban the sale of, quote, cultivated meat, defined as any meat or food product produced from cultured animal cells. The bill makes it unlawful for any individual to, quote, manufacture, for sale, sell, hold, or offer for sale or distribute cultivated meat in Florida. Amen for that. And violations will be deemed as a misdemeanor of the second degree. Food establishment that manufacture, distribute, or sell cultivated meat will be subject to disciplinary action. Licenses of such establishment could also be suspended. On Thursday, the State House of Representatives Infrastructure Strategies Committee advanced the bill. The companion bill in the Senate, SB 1084, was advanced by the Senate Rules Committee. As such, the bill are now ready for floor votes to both chambers. If passed, Florida will become the first U.S. state to support a total ban on cultivated meat. All right, Texas, we need to follow suit with this. We'll quote, I want a free market that tells me when I put a product in Publix, I know that it is safe and secure, said Rep. Daniel Alvarez, according to Florida Politics, referring to the grocery store chain. Now, the lawmaker acknowledged that the ban won't last forever. However, he said that the cultured meat will take at least 5 years to become widely available commercially, which gives lawmakers enough time to revisit the issue when necessary and study it. We don't know like what this fake meat will do to you. You know, we now we know all types of things cause cancers and things like that. I'm not necessarily saying that this stuff does that, but what I am saying we don't know. This is new. This is something that someone created in the lab. We don't know the effects of it. We don't know if it'll even have any nutritional value and things like that. We don't know. But Senator Jay Collins wants, quote, more testing, more safety data before we allow this lab-grown meat to be sold in Florida. Thank you. That's what I'm basically saying. And critics of the bill point out that the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, has already approved the consumption of lab-grown meat. I mean, who trusts the USDA really? In June last year, the USDA gave the green light to 2 California companies to sell lab-grown chicken meat products to restaurants and eventually grocery stores. U.S. regulators gave the go-ahead to Upside Foods and Good Meat. Upside Foods, formerly Memphis Meats, is funded by Bill Gates. The bill in Florida has is being supported by members of the traditional agriculture community and is opposed by researchers and investors, of course. The North American Meat Institute, the largest trade association of meat packers in the United States, opposed the bill. Meanwhile, the Florida Cattlemen's Association extended support. Speaking to Health News Florida, Rep. Lindsey Cross said that lab grown meat is necessary to ensure food safety. Expanding on the point, Cross alleged that America is running out of farmland, so alternatives to meat must be found. Hold on, I've never heard this before. We got if how are we running? We're running out of farmland. No, then why is the China? Why are we allowing the Chinese and people like that to buy up all the farmland? Why are we allowing Bill Gates to buy up all the farmland that we're so-called running out of? That's a lie. We're not running out of farmland. If you know how big the country really is and how much open space we really have, you would know that's bullcrap. But quote, as we run out of agricultural lands, we will have to look at alternative food systems, Cross claim. I would rather have that come from Florida than China. this is this is wild. Of course, a Democrat will be for lab-grown meat. But he claimed that cultivated meat won't be replacing traditional agriculture in the state and pointed to pressure from a growing population. Alvarez told the outlet that right now we don't have the information for a consumer to make an educated, informed, consensual decision. Until we have long term studies that tell me what lab grown immortalized cells do to your body, I challenge you to put it in your child. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. We don't know what this fake meat would do to you. But cultivated meat is produced by extracting cells from animals, a fertilized egg, or a bank of stored cells, and placing them into a culture medium. The medium is then placed into big tanks containing a mixture of fatty acids, amino acids, vitamins, salts, sugars, and other elements crucial for the cells to grow. Most lab grown meat uses immortalized cell lines in their cultivation. Normally, a population of cells would not divide itself indefinitely. However, mutating some cells by genetic modification or other means allows the indefinite division of cells. Who wants that in their body? They take it, I mean, this is crazy. And experts have been warning that the products are linked to cancer. Experts say that. YouTube, I don't know. I'm not saying that. I've read some. I've read some of those experts. What some of those experts wrote though. Back in 2020, the Center for Food Safety pointed out that a particular concern with cultured meats is the genetic engineering of cells and their potential cancer-promoting properties. The scale required for making lab cultured meat feasible for mass consumption will be the largest form of tissue engineering to exist and could introduce new kinds of genetically engineered cells into our diets, it said. Wow, that is spooky, that is scary. Why would anyone eat this stuff? I have no clue. Um, Genetically modified cell lines could, quote, exhibit the characteristic of a cancerous cell. Unlike animals, cells do not have a fully functioning immune system, so there is a high likelihood of bacterial and fungal growth, mycoplasma, um, and other human pathogens growing in vats of cells. Ugh, that sounds disgusting. Even though companies engaged in cultured meat products claim their products are more sterile than traditional animal agriculture, quote, it's unknown how that is true without the use of antibiotics or some other pharmaceutical means of pathogenic control, the organization stated. Other states are also taking measures against cultured meat. The Alabama Senate recently passed legislation to prohibit the sale and manufacture of lab grown meat. Last month, Senator John Tester and Mike Rhodes introduced the School Lunch Integrity Act. The legislation aims to ban cultured meat from being provided through the government's National School program and the school breakfast program. I'm gonna have to give credit to them, and those are actually two Democrats that don't want they don't want this cultured meat. They don't want this fake meat. They want to ban it from the schools. So I'll big up them. I give credit when credit is due. At present, the USDA sets nutritional requirements for meals served to students through these programs. However, the agency has not issued guidance on the use of lab-grown meat in the NSLP and the SBP. The bill seeks to fix this gap by banning such meats. Good for them. Them kids need to eat fresh food, fresh vegetables, real meat, none of that fake stuff. Quote, our students should not, oops, quote, our students should not be test subjects for cell cultivated meat experiments, Brown said. With high quality local beef readily available for our students, there's no reason to be serving fake lab grown meat products in the cafeteria. The lack of nutrition and allergen research related to lab grown protein creates unnecessary risks for children, said Ethan Lane, Vice President of Government Affairs at the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. So there are some Democrats that are actually doing something about this. So again, I big them up. And we need to fight more against this. Don't allow people like Bill Gates to dictate what you eat. According to them, they want you to eat bugs, they want you to eat lab grown meat, and it's for the planet. No, it's not for the planet, it's to fill their coffers and they can make even more billions of dollars. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time.